just keep on practicing at it. Just practice, discipline, do it every day. Because as my mom likes to say, success is when preparation meets opportunity.
Hi, and welcome to Kelly, where we talk about life, your life and my life. And through Kelly, we hope to inspire. I have Sienna Novikov on the show today, and she has booked her first role. So we're going to talk about it. It's a Lifetime movie called
Conrad and Michelle, If Words Could Kill.
Okay, so what was this about?
It's a tragic story about an 18-year-old boy, Conrad Roy, who meets Michelle Carter. Those two start dating and they're texting each other a lot. But Conrad is suffering depression and anxiety. And Michelle herself is going through some problems like eating disorders.
Okay.
So he talks to her about his problems, and eventually it just gets up to her.
They get wrapped up in each other.
Yeah.
And, is this based on a true story?
Yes, it's based on a true story.
Okay. I think a lot of the Lifetime movies are based on true stories. We had a, did you know the little girl that was in Terror of the Woods that we had on the show?
I saw the show and I'm like, hey.
You're like, look, I did Lifetime too. Yeah, that was Skylar Morgan Jones, and that story really affected her playing that role. So in the movie, you had the role of
Jillian Roy.
Okay, and who is Jillian Roy?
She is the youngest sister of Conrad Roy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it
goes Conrad Roy, Beverly Roy, and Jillian Roy. Although Jillian and they're not their real names.
Okay. So it's showing that I would think that it's showing that the family was affected by.
Yeah. It's kind of like showing what Conrad has to live for. I think, mostly her scenes. And then it's showing the sadness.
Was this your first time on set?
Well, I've been as an extra. But
but your first time with a role.
Yeah.
What was different for you going from background to actually having a role? What was
everything? One time I walked into the big tents that they have, and one side was the extras, and the other side was the cast and crew.
Okay.
So I walked in, and I'm like, should I be going on that side? Because I'm used to being on the other side.
Right, yeah, that's awesome, but it's good to feel. So this actually aired on September 23rd, and people can see it on iTunes?
Yes.
Okay. What was the most challenging part of actually having a role?
Really the sad scenes. That was really challenging. The director, Stephen Token, was amazing. He helped me get through some of the scenes. And my mom and my sister and my brother, they were so helpful, and I just got caught up in the story because it's so sad. So whenever I did the scenes, it was kind of not thinking back onto a personal experience. It was more trying to portray what what she thought.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you're an actor.
Yeah.
So leaving that, were you able to detach from it, or does it still?
Well, in one of the scenes, we had just found out that Conrad had died, and then the scene right after that was like a happier scene. We were all as a family. So right after that, I just walked up to Austin McKenzie, the actor who played Conrad, and just hugged him for around 2 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, I'm okay.
And then you released.
Yeah, and then I felt better.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's going to bring tears to my eyes just because what a wonderful way to release that.
Yeah.
And you release it with a loving feeling. So yeah, nice. So you last weekend you filmed on a short film.
No, it was a movie.
Oh,
called
a movie.
Embattled.
Okay.
It was
Embattled.
Yes.
Okay.
Embattled.
All right. Tell me about that.
It's about a father and a son. The father does something bad, and so they start fighting once he's older. And the son starts to get coached by the only person who's ever bet his dad.
Okay.
So then they end up fighting.
Okay. Okay. So you said you're a very skilled gymnast
Yes.
and martial artist, and you do fencing.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see you book a role and you get to really show your skills in that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and actors do all the time. If they have a special skill like that and it's needed, you can totally book a role with that. So awesome. I have for you some gummy bears, just to remind you, and you can eat one, just to remind you that you're a gift in life, and thank you for lending yourself to stories that need to be told. Mental health, when we're talking about the Lifetime movie, mental health is something that we as a society are dealing with, and it's showing up more and more and more. And if we don't figure out how to if we don't figure out how to reverse that, and I think you guys are the upcoming generation, and you have a voice in the world. And I hope that that you're a kinder generation, so that these things can be fixed in time. Some advice to give to, well, you have so many skills, so I'm going to just say somebody who is striving to accomplish something. What advice would you give to them?
Well, just keep on practicing at it. Just practice discipline, do it every day, because as my mom likes to say, success is when preparation meets opportunity.
Nice. I love your mom.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, that is true. If you're prepared for something, when it comes in your midst, you can rise up to it. But oftentimes we want things that we aren't prepared for, and we can't get them because we haven't done the work. So thank you so much for being here and sharing with us your accomplishments. And when you get something really cool in the future and you want to come back on, please come back and we'll talk again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. We hope this segment inspired and educated you.